Hi everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having the greatest day of your life. Because really, this is all we've got. That's the thing. And I know that's a deep thought to start off a video with, but I just finished a bit of a Zen retreat. And if you don't know what that is, that means that you are spending a whole lot of time, actually hours, of sitting in meditation or walking in meditation. And it is the best waste of time you could ever do, I think. You start to see your life in a different light, I guess is the best way to put it. But when I finished, I, of course, being a slave to the things that we all are, I picked up my phone and I noticed a whole lot, well, not a whole lot, some messages, or comments, I should say, from this channel. And most of them, of course, are awesome because all of you are truly awesome. But there's a few that were, quite negative. And after you've been meditating for a few hours, as you can imagine, negativity is actually pretty shocking. It's surprising. It's surprising in a few ways because I don't think negativity is a natural human thing. I think that negativity comes as a result of our clinging to our egos, of our view of I, me, my, listen to me, that type of thing. And it's endemic in our society. It's that same type of thing that makes us all think that we need more. And it's the thing that separates us from each other. And when it comes to art, when it comes to trying to be on this artistic, creative journey that I think most of us are on, at least if you're watching this video so far, you're probably on it. That type of negativity, it's got no place. And the reason for that is, and I will say this, if you're an artist or you're a creative person and you're negative and you are critical, then you should ask yourself if you really are an artist or if you really see yourself that way. Because as someone who is artistic and tries to see the world with different eyes, as most artists do or should, you're going to purposefully start to see things in a completely different way. And more than likely, you're going to start to see the beauty in life, as well as some of the sadness. But you're going to see how amazing this life is. And criticism has nothing in there. There's no place for it. What we need to be as artists, as creative people, and as humans, we need to be supportive. But more than that, what we need to do is to understand that all those views of others, it actually doesn't matter. It can very easily distract us from the path we're on. If your path is creative, if your path is trying to see this world with new eyes, if your path is to try to make this, beginning and end life into something far more, then you need to let go of all of that. I like to look at it this way. There's going to be a whole lot of people in your life that are going to be negative and critical, who are going to be mean, who maybe are going to do everything they can to disrupt your life and, for lack of better words, be like an enemy. And those people, I choose to view them more as people that are trying to teach me something. And in that way, even though they may be critical, even though they might be negative, even though they might be, as the internet likes to call them, trolls, and prove that trolls exist, they're really there to help me. And it's the same in your life. So if people in your past maybe they've been critical of your art, maybe they've told you that it's a waste of your time, maybe they've made you feel like you should be doing something else to fill up your time other than, hitting that sketchbook or putting color on that canvas or spinning that wheel and making pottery or whatever else it is that you do. Take that as the impetus to grow more yourself. Don't listen to them. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter about what anyone says to you. What matters is what you say to you. And I hope that what you say to you is that I want more from this life. I want a deeper understanding of this life. I want to look at trees and see them for the true beautiful things that they are. I want to listen to the little sounds of birds, like I do all the time, or dogs, and appreciate it for what it is. My dog right now barking at someone making a delivery, I can guarantee her tail is wagging. I can guarantee she is fully in that moment of barking at that person delivering something. And that's what we want for our art, is exactly that. So, what's the long and short of this? The long and short is that in this life and in your art and in, Zen for that matter, what we need to do is to cultivate compassion. Compassion first and foremost for ourselves, and then, and only then, by the way, can we expand that compassion outwards and have compassion for all people and all things. If you see people doing cool things, support them. If maybe it's not your cup of tea, support them still. Be nice and be kind. Or as my grandmother would have said, there's a lot of reasons for a lot of things in this world, but never be rude. And those are words that I've tried to really live with. And I think that my grandmother, even though she wasn't a Buddhist, those are very Buddhist things. If all we can do in this world is to strive not to be a jerk, then you know what? That's a life well lived. And then if we can add to that some creativity, and for me, that means doing creative things with gusto every single day, regardless of what people may think, then fill your boots. So, those are my 2 cents today after spending hours sitting silently. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're enjoying this channel. It's only been a month and a bit since I started it. I can't even imagine doing it for a year at this point, but I will. But in this short period of time that I've done it, I have seen people reach out to me with their stories. I have seen people share their art with me. And man, let me tell you, if you haven't figured that out, that's a hard thing to do. And to send somebody, this is what my art looks like, man, that is something. Someone sent me some art last night, and I was almost moved to tears because that's such a beautiful gesture. And it means so much to me to see that there are so many of you who are subscribing to this channel, who are liking the videos, who are making positive comments. And at the end of the day, that's what I think I can only hope to do with this channel, is to bring a little Zen and art into your lives, to help to show you maybe some of the things that I do. And at the end of the day, support each other on this amazing artistic life journey that we are all on. And When I talk about this artistic journey, by the way, I'm talking about your life. I'm not just talking about drawing. I'm not just talking about painting. I'm talking about the way you live your life. So, with that, if you can hit like and subscribe, you'll make my day. If you can say something in the comments, I love hearing from you all. Also, if I failed to mention it, I am on Instagram now. You can look for Sketchbook Zen there. I also have the link to it in the, I think it's called About on the channel. And I think that is about it. So keep being good to people out there. You know, as I said to my own kids, do a good deed every day and be a good friend. And at the end of the day, if that's your, epitaph that they carve into the tombstone, that this dude was a good friend, did good deeds, and had a smile on his or her face, man, you're doing well. Take care.